guests and friends. Actually, I started one of the security startup on one Rama's slide called CyberRome. Out of 80, I think CyberRome is the only one here ever crossed $50 million revenue, with 75% of the revenue comes from outside. So it's a huge journey for me. 15 years, I learned a lot from a lot of pain. But I think I'm going to weed out the common item and just go on specific that is a different. I think cybersecurity framework consists of two things. One, definitely protecting our own asset in the country and building a leadership to promote the cybersecurity product and services industry. So protecting our asset, I just wanted to make a statement. Cyber criminal will be always ahead of a protection. The day we leave them behind, I don't think we need this conference. So they will be always ahead of us. Therefore, there will be always a data breach, there will be always a cybercrime, and there will be always data theft. Therefore, I think it is very important, either organization or country, to make sure whatever the controls and product and awareness or whatever we build, how fast we can catch them, how well we can respond, number two, and number three, how we can slow them down. So focusing on these three principles, I think if I have to build cyber security framework to protect our own country's asset, I think awareness is important. We are doing it every day, but I think we are still doing it under a closed door. People talk about it, but they don't take an action, don't click on certain site or something like that. There are lots of things I can go over the list. But I think one of the key things I have noticed that in order to catch the pattern, what type of ransomware, kahan se aata hai, I don't think we have a really framework in the police force to record that events. And I mean, minister did mention that state needs to cooperate. They really do need to cooperate, because I have heard so many people go and complain in a police, and they just don't take a complaint because they cannot solve this problem. Therefore, they need to collect all the problem, analyze it, and then present it in a format that they can respond it very well to the public and protect them. So there are so many things, the slowingness down and all that. I think obviously law will, enforcement law will help them. I think I have a caller mic, so it should. Yeah. So going back to the building up a framework to promote the industry, I've been working with DSCI based on my experience. Just narrowing down on the common point, one of the definite things that government needs to strengthen the patent office. For my experience in CyberRome, I filed 2 patents. Both of the patents I had to file in United States, and it costed me $250,000. I wish I would have the facility here. Our friends from Israel are here, and in fact, I looked at an acquisition over there. The whole street with a bunch of lawyers filing patents. So I think this is really a need. When you tell we wanted to promote the industry, and if you don't have a patent protecting mechanism here, it's going to be huge distraction for protecting our IP rights. Second, whenever we sell our product, ISO 9000, 27001 does not hold any water. I think where we need a lab who certified our products, an SS lab, EL4 certification. And we are the only odd country where government has the lab, not the private. I think government should just make the regulation and control, let this lab privatized. And I'll just give you an example. STQC is just recently awarded to, maybe 2 years ago, in order to certify product with EL4 certification. I had to go to Spain, spend $1 million to get certified. And you can imagine the startup. I mean, of course, we have grown up. We can afford some money to spend on the product, but these are the really, really serious issue if you want to build a product and service industry framework. The last thing which I love the most, being a person running many businesses, tax incentive. I think they need to really come up with some tax incentive to start up. Our target is 1,000. We are only at 80. Target is 1,000, and we are only at 80. And some of these things, if it doesn't come up, I think we can make hell of a difficulty. Will create a lot of difficulties. Of course, the same time, we are taking steps with the DSCI and government to do a talent generation. I think it's one of the key things. The talent needs to be developed. Talent needs to be generated out of our own India. Everybody is running towards it, and hopefully that problem will be solved, because it cannot be solved tomorrow. It can be solved in a long term. And when it comes to an investment, rather than government allocating fund to put it in a startup, I believe there has to be some vehicle needs to be done to invite more VC and PE to put private equity player or venture capitalists to put money in the security startup, and probably incentivize them with the low capital gain, maybe like instead of 20%, do a 10% or something like that, and invite FDI. So I think these are some of the things I have to tell, that this framework needs to build in. I have talked so many times, same thing. I think it needs to be followed up with action. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.